What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News. Yes, I will be back with my review of the new season and new episodes and things like that. But I just wanted to get this one out of the way because I've been seeing this extended trailer running around. Child, put me on pause. Go ahead and watch the video and then click the link in the description below to watch it. And then come back and let's chat about it. When Mariah did that walk back and pause and say, "You want me to show you the receipts?" I was like, girl, Mariah is back. Ooh, child. Anyways, for those of you who don't remember, I'm sure most of you remember, Mariah basically had this beautiful image of her on this nice poster on her door at the reunion, okay, last season. And Heavenly went and vandalized her picture by writing on it. Most people were like, okay, come on, Mariah, we understand. You paid for raise your picture, but you got kids, you know what I'm saying, dying, people dying from hunger. You got your friends going through marital issues and you're crying about a poster. It wasn't a poster. Even though it was her poster and her picture, it was deeper than that. It's the fact that she feels like Heavenly does not respect her. Like, she's so disrespectful. Not only have she disrespected her constantly by bringing up her mother in arguments, and don't get me wrong, Mariah have said some nasty things, but the fact that Heavenly keeps bringing up her mother, and then for her to completely have no regards for her privacy, her property or anything, and would just walk up and think that I can just draw on whatever and she's not going to do nothing about it. That's where Mariah was coming from, like the level of disrespect, you know, and that's why she cried. I'm going to throw in, and also the principle behind it. To Mariah, Heavenly and other people were looking at, oh, it's just a poster, girl, like, come on. But she was looking at the bigger picture and the principle that this woman think she could just walk up to my property and do whatever, and she's going to just get away with it because no one cares. And then sometimes it becomes deeper for Mariah too, because sometimes when you are the boss or you are an executive producer on the show and you also played a major role in providing this platform and opportunity for people, sometimes and most of the times those people stay in the back. You do see Shawnee O'Neal on Basketball Wives. She's in it. But my point that I'm trying to make is when you are the boss, sometimes you get in that headspace where it's like, you know that it's because of me you're here, right? As far as on the show, not in life, just on the show. Like, do you know who you're talking to? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that might come in your head, even though it's like, okay, if you don't want to be talked to a certain way or be a part of this, then just allow your name to scroll across the screen as executive producer and take that. Don't be on the show, because sometimes I think Mariah do get in that headspace of, do you know who you're talking to? Like, this is my ish. Like, I'm the reason why you have this platform and you're here, you know? So I think with all of those things in the mix, so that's what happened last season. So now Heavenly trying to pretend like she wants to apologize and right her wrong, and she could have chosen the same picture, right? But of course, you got to be shady. Come on, man. So she chose an image that Mariah did not like. She felt like she was at a very low point in her life, and she couldn't believe that Heavenly would do such a thing. So that's why she got upset. Now, when Mariah got up, this is my thing, okay? I know men talk, women talk. I get it, okay? And I know sometimes women, girls, whatever you want to say, you know, they might joke around. But I doubted that Mariah is sitting around with Heavenly or anybody else showing or discussing the private area of her husband. Yeah, I don't even have the words. You know, I don't think that's a conversation that these grown women are going around like, yeah, my husband is. And even if someone said it, like, my husband is packing whatever, I don't think they're going to take pictures and show it. And I don't think that guys are sitting in circles either discussing who have a bigger this and a smaller anything. So these words, exact words, left Heavenly mouth a little while ago. She was talking about how and why she snapped and said certain things. And she said, sometimes I don't want to lose an argument. Sometimes I just get angry and I just want to be petty. And I just say things to hit below the belt because in that moment, I just feel like I have to win this argument. And I'm not going to sit around and watch anyone say whatever or walk all over me. That's what Heavenly said. So sometimes she just say things out of her mouth to hit below the belt. And because that comment didn't make any sense, commenting on your married woman, then you're commenting on somebody else's husband area. Like, first of all, how do you know? But anyways, you know how people talk about Dr. Damien, and I've always said that I'm not saying he's perfect because no one is perfect, but I always say that there's something about him behind the scenes and his wife, which is the reason why she basically overcompensated when it comes to the show. You know, she figures, you know what, I don't need them digging into my past or into our personal life. You know, Damon, as long as you keep coming to every event and doing your part as my husband on the show, I would just go out there and, you know, sacrifice my reputation of who I am and just go crazy. And I'm going to give them so much content of me just being this ratchet person at times that they're going to completely forget about our relationship and just, you know, because if you notice, Heavenly is in so much mess to the point where the show is like, she's entertaining, she brings the drama that we need. So what? There's no reason going digging in her marriage and trying to focus on her marriage or trying to even notice if there's anything going on, you know? So in their household or behind closed doors. Now, I know that her husband don't play, okay? He don't play that. So either Mariah have receipts, either Heavenly, because she did say this is the season where she's going to open up more about her marriage. She understands that she's very close off. She said that last season. So either Mariah have receipts, somebody's going to show up to confirm Mariah claims, or Heavenly is going to come out and say, you know what? Yes, there it is. Damien and I were not perfect. We've had our ups and downs. You know, things is happening in our marriage. This is the reason why I didn't want to talk about it. Or Damien's going to turn around and be very mad. And, you know, maybe they have in the contract that they can't sue each other because the way how he carried himself and try to behave like, you know, he's like just the best among everybody. And even Dr. Simone be all over him. I can guarantee you he's going to try to take that whole accusation to the next level. Or he might just be chilled about it and be like, let Mariah talk. I didn't do nothing, so she's a liar. And just try to play it off. But we shall see. Oh my gosh. What's the guy? Dr. Jackie husband Curtis. I'm like, child, I know you're trying to have a scene, a conversation with your wife, but this is a story you just want to sit out on. What I'm talking about is basically the same thing that happened to Dr. Jackie, where, you know, once the blogs revealed that, you know, her husband Curtis was cheating, and basically the images were going around, and all of the girls got on their phones reading the articles, and the cameras were there basically gathering all of their reaction. They did the same thing to Quad and Dr. G. Okay, the information already came out on the reunion. You know, he said what he said, and then basically the girls spoke out. So you see in the extended trailer all of the ladies reacting to it. So when I said that Curtis, yeah, just sit this one out, that's what I meant, because of whatever he was trying to say. And I was just like, boy, you were just here, you know, a season or so ago. Like, just leave this one alone. But I get it, you know, his wife was having a conversation and he was trying to charm in and, you know, make the scene work. So it makes sense. So look, you know, other people's reactions, I already talked about it. But the part that took me out was when Mariah said to her husband, Aiden, let me see your phone. And she tapped on his phone with her finger. And she said, don't be an article. Oh my God. Like, he looked like his soul or his spirit left his body. He looked pale. Oh, let's see. Mariah don't play, okay? Especially after that first incident with him cheating on her. And she was about to probably take him to the court, okay? And drag him through it. And she was, you know what? I'm going to stay. But I know he be walking on pins and needles. That poor man face is the funniest thing ever. I mean, it's not funny, but it is funny. It's funny if you just look at it at face value, but then it becomes sad if you really go deeper into it, because yeah, your man or your woman shouldn't feel that way about you, like walking on eggshells and pins and needles and stuff like that. But I think he was just reminded about what they went through, even though it wasn't on TV. I'm sure it wasn't pretty. Your wife finding out that you stepped out of the marriage. I'm sure Mariah's reaction and for them to get back to where they are wasn't pretty. And it looks like he went back there. He was reminded, and just from her clicking the phone with her fingernails, yeah, he didn't want no problems. And okay, don't come over here with the, oh, if a man had did that and it was the other way around. I already acknowledged it, that I hope the marriage is at a better place and it's not like that. But she didn't touch him, she didn't abuse him, she didn't do nothing. She just tapped the phone. But the look on his face just took him back to what it used to be. But like I said, I'm glad that they're in a good place. They're smiling, they look happy, and I'm just wishing them the best, because no matter how many years and how blessed and amazing the relationship is, it's never the same once you've been betrayed on that level. So yeah, I get it. Sometimes you get closer to each other and all of that, but it still will never be the same knowing that someone you loved and care about, stepped out with somebody else. It will still never be the same. But like I said, I'm glad that they're working it out and they seem to be in a great place. I also put a second link in the description below about Quad and Dr. G. Basically, Quad was on her show. I'm not going to put the episode in here, even if it's for a few seconds, just because I don't want my video to get blocked, okay? I've seen it around YouTube, but I just want to take that risk because I have added certain clips just to make my video, pop, my videos pop, and then a week or so later it was blocked and taken down, so I'm not going to do that. But on her show, Sister Circle, Quad talked about how if Dr. G wants to be single, he needs to go ahead and do the work. And she was very angry in the way how she said it. All right. Now, it's been reported that, someone was in the airport and basically saw Dr. G with his new boo going on vacation. Basically, their marriage been over for a long time. So I don't understand why people are over here shocked that one guy he moved on in a few months. Legally, yes, that's the marriage on paper, but they've been over. They've been emotionally and physically checked out of that marriage for a long time and just been holding on for a check. That's real talk. So it's no shocker that the man is done and he's moved on. I won't be surprised if he have a lady, his new boo, pregnant by next year. That's like being honest. So the reason why I think Quad has so much anger in her verse on her show, Sister Circle, about if you want to be single, do the work to be single. She don't understand how Dr. G is carried on TV, don't want to get a divorce, behaving like he want to be in his marriage, even though they argue all the time and fight all the time. And people coming for her, calling her a gold digger, saying she's the reason why the marriage failed, completely dismissing Dr. G, terrible and just crazy over the top behavior. He's not perfect. And he was very rude and mean. So I'm not here for Quad, but I'm not going to excuse his behavior ever. But Quad is getting more heat than he is because apparently you're supposed to bring kids into toxic situation. No, I will completely stand by what I said. Yes, I said what I said. I applaud Quad for being one of the smart ones to not bring children in toxic situation. People acting like she opened her legs and pop a kid out and that man is going to change. Absolutely not. If he's fighting over furnitures and stupid stuff, I'm not saying his furnitures and things that are sentimental to him are stupid, but if he's taking her to court over furnitures, child, they would have been fighting over kids in custody. It would have been a big mess and no child deserved to go through that. So kudos to Quad. But Quad is upset because, social media and marriage medicine supporters are more on his side than on her side, calling her every name in the book, gold digger this, gold digger that. But they're not even legally divorced yet, and he's already moving on with somebody else. So Quad is like, okay, since I'm the terrible person and you're the good guy who did not file or want a divorce, why don't you sign the papers? You don't want to sign the papers, but yet you're the one in the new relationship. Sign the papers so I can move on with my life. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sure there's legal battles and things they're fighting over, and maybe that's why certain things have not been signed or whatever the case might be. But she sounded really upset when she said that. And I don't think she's upset that he have a new woman and going on vacation. She's just upset about, why are you making my life miserable? Why are you making my life a living hell? Why am I spending all of this money on attorney fees and all of that when you can just sign the papers? I can move on, you can move on. We don't have no kids together. Let me take my dogs and leave. Those are my babies, okay? Be happy, and you're going to be happy. So since you already have somebody else, then why are you putting me through all of this? However, though, if signing the papers mean, spousal support, money being divided in certain ways, then you can understand why he's not signing certain papers, because at the end of the day, he wants to make sure things are fair when it comes to their property, sharing off their properties and financial gains and all of these things. So maybe that's why, certain things are not signed, because they're still trying to agree on terms, which makes complete sense. But whatever the case might be, going back to Mariah and Dr. Heavenly's situation, I'm looking forward to, because all she said was, what is she talking about? So I'm looking forward to see her response. If she's going to lie about it or admit it, we shall see. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to, the new episode. I'm going to be back with my review and that new season. Child, is a lot. Ooh. Anyways, I'm going to go. And yes, I saw Dr. Contessa hair. I'm just saving my comments to see if it was a costume party or what was going on, because Mariah have on that tight latex looking situation. Contessa hair, I don't know what's going on with that wig. I saw it in other previews. I'ma just let it slide for now, and then during my review, if that's her regular look, then we're going to talk about it, okay? But you guys know I catch and see everything. Go ahead and end it here, my Vina loves. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Thank you again for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.